Hey, my friend, how are you? Listen, I got that kid I was talking to you about here. I'm gonna put him on the phone and let you talk to him, okay?
Hello?
Is that Frank?
Yes.
Hi, Frank. This is Jimmy Hoffa.
You know, Martin Scorsese's been in the news a lot recently because he's gone on record saying he doesn't really think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is cinema at all. And after seeing The Irishman, I can pretty much say that Martin Scorsese can say whatever the hell he wants.
Our friend speaks very highly of you.
And what's cool is we saw it at the movie theater on a big screen, and it was a great way to see the film. But of course, it's coming to Netflix.
You ever hit anybody?
On a job?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, then. We don't have nothing to worry about.
This guy knows movies. He's entertained us for many decades, and he's entertained us and intrigued us and made us squeamish with a lot of stories that he's told about, you know, organized crime and the gangster motif. And he pulls that back into sharp focus here with The Irishman, which centers on Frank Sheeran, played by Robert De Niro, through many phases of his life. And I think, you know, what people are talking about a lot right now is all of the de-aging tech that we're going to see in this movie with Robert De Niro, but also with Joe Pesci in a major way as well. The technology at first is a bit jarring because you know that these actors have been performing and killing it for a long time, literally and figuratively on screen. Blake and I saw it together, and Blake was saying that he was a little worried that some of the visual effects might not hold up so well, sprayed across a giant screen like that. And so it's a little bit weird at first. It kind of reminded me of like weird Dick Tracy makeup for a little bit. And then you forget about it, and you're just sort of captivated by the nuance and the flavor and all of these incredible little details. And I was really impressed by the measure that each of these performers has. You know, they don't showboat, they don't show off. Even Al Pacino, who has a tendency to get big and get large, and certainly Pacino as Jimmy Hoffa, he's got a lot of stage to kind of command, and he does command it.
Always charge a guy with a gun. With a knife, you run away. So you charge with a gun, with a knife, you run.
He does get a bit annoying as his character sort of starts to piss off a lot of the gangsters who have been his buddies and his compatriots as he's sort of risen the ranks across the unions in the United States. And you can feel the tension as the, you know, organized crime starts to surround him. And it was fascinating. But I was really impressed by the performance of Joe Pesci. This is a man that we haven't seen on screen for a long time. And De Niro is amazing in this as well. I'm not taking anything away from De Niro. And the flashes of brilliance that we get from Harvey Keitel are incredible as well. And there's also tons of supporting characters in this, like Ray Romano, who completely take it to fantastic levels. But Joe Pesci is something else in this movie. He gives commands to the very dutiful Robert De Niro as Frank Sheeran. He just gives commands to him by just sort of, you know, flashing at him with his eyes or nodding, or gives him some kind of a code. And Sheeran will just take it in and go off and murder somebody.
You did the right thing. You got rewarded.
What this movie kind of achieves is we see the repercussions of a life like this. And I think Scorsese teased a lot of that in Goodfellas as well. But the sharpness of movies of Goodfellas and Casino, we see the sort of whip snap kind of cuts and the frenetic camera movements, and everything is just so sharp and precise in those movies, and they sort of unfold like with clockwork precision. This movie doesn't. It's very languid, and it's very deliberately slow paced. It's very deliberate. It's very much a contemplative picture to kind of get us in the headspace of these people that have to reconcile the choices that they have made. And we watch them age through incredible makeup and incredible visual effects, and sometimes it's a little off-putting. But I'll tell you something, in the third hour of this movie, which is unbelievably long, and you feel it.
Yeah, more than 10 is saying something.
The third hour is actually my favorite hour of this picture. It's incredible what happens to these actors as they sort of own their age, you know, and they're all old journeymen, all old masters, and they're sitting around tables and dealing with each other and the choices that they have made and the betrayals that they have done and the crimes that they have committed, and they're trying to be regular people, and they really struggle through all of that, and it's incredible work. And we also see how the families are damaged and just the ripples that all of this organized crime has had.
Either way, he's going.
This is a fascinating movie with tons and tons of layers and lots to dig into. It's definitely one that I'll be seeing again, and it is another classic from Martin Scorsese. You got to do yourself a favor and watch this wherever you can. If you can see it with friends at a big screen, you're going to have a very good time with it. Just be prepared to be sitting in the seat for a little while. I'm going to give The Irishman a 9.5 out of 10.